Okay, so let's look at Block Explorer, Block Reward, and Genesis Block. Okay, so the Block Explorer is an application or a software where people can view the details about certain blocks. Eyes, they can view things. They can see stuff on the blocks. Makes sense. They can explore the block. Specific software that allows you to look at the transactions in certain blocks, where they came from, which IP address, perhaps even, and what time and what values, how many of this coin, how many of that coin, whether it's atomic swap or not. And if you follow the paper trail, the transactions, you will then find that certain wallets will be blacklisted. Okay. Yeah, so certain wallets will be blacklisted because they would have done certain illicit activities. Would be traced to crime, for example. So those coins that came from that wallet could be tainted. So people will be less inclined to accept those coins because they had a bad history through KYC and AML. So it can get a bit complicated. So block explorers view what's on the blockchain. And coin rewards, the coins awarded to the miners for creating new blocks, verifying transactions, and maintaining consensus. Maintaining consensus so it's all in sync. So we're all in agreement. We're all on the same page. We're not all over the place, but we're all together. So, for example, in Bitcoin, when a new block is created every 10 minutes, a certain miner is rewarded a certain amount of Bitcoin. And over the years, that's gone down. Every 4 years, it's gone down by 50%. It's been halved. So in 2009, for example, it would have been about 50 Bitcoin per 10 minutes. 50 per 10 minutes. But over the years, so 2013, 17 and beyond, not exactly those dates. Not exactly, because I'm pretty sure there was a halving in 2016. In 2016, and then again in 2020. Yeah, okay, right. So the idea is, the more people that mine, the more the block reward is cut in half. It's cut in half to accommodate for the increased hashing power. Otherwise, people with loads and loads of hashing power, mining speed, be able to just mine 50 Bitcoin every 10 minutes, no matter where the price is. If the higher the price goes, so does the hashing power, the difficulty. So there's this. The block reward every 4 or so years gets cut in half. 12.5, there we are. 12.5 and beyond. 6.25 and beyond. So the block reward gets cut in half. That gets awarded to the miners for verifying transactions, creating new blocks, and maintaining consensus, which is keeping things in sync. But Genesis block, however, is the very first block on the blockchain, but also refers to the first blockchain on Bitcoin, 3rd of January 2009. So that means every 10 minutes since 2009, there has been a new block on the blockchain every 10 minutes. So every 10 minutes since 2009, miners have been verifying transactions, maintaining consensus, and creating new blocks that recorded the history of different transactions all over the world. And every 10 minutes, they are rewarded. They're given a certain number of Bitcoin. depending on a few of the factors like hashing power. Because if there's too much hashing power and it gets too easy to mine these 50 Bitcoin, then the supply, every 10 minutes 50 more Bitcoin enters the market. We don't want that. That's too much. If the price goes up too much and 50 enters the market constantly every 10 minutes, the supply goes down. So it's stock to flow, supply and demand. But the Genesis block is the very first block that came into existence. Whether it's, well, no matter which blockchain it is, but normally referred to the first Bitcoin blockchain on the 3rd of January 2009. How cool is that, Language Explorers? Let's keep exploring.